So in this video, I want to talk about the PlayStation 5 DualSense Charging Station. So the reason why I want to make a video on this is because it's a long-term review of the product and I want to tell if it's actually worth buying or if it's just worth getting a third-party controller and giving a genuine just thought and feeling about this product. It is quite an expensive charger in itself. And this video seems so silly to do in general. Maybe some people are going to say, hey, what's the point of making a video about this? I think it's actually a good idea to actually give a perspective on this charging station and if you should buy a third-party, charging station. Something like this, the Stealth DualSense charging stations, you'll get LED lights appearing, which is something that we have a lack of with this DualSense charging station over here. It also has an indicator for when your DualSense controller is fully charged, so you actually know on the screen where you can see it. So that's some features that's actually missing. And this DualSense charging station is a bit more expensive than a third-party sort of charging station. So there's a bit of negatives and a bit of positives. One thing I like about it is the look of it. So it would have been good if for the other color ranges for the DualSense controllers, if they actually included, the grey camo collection with the sort of white parts of this charging station. So it would have been good to have sort of different colorway in that sense. So you got the grey camo version, or we've got the blue version, the purple version, red version, all that sort of stuff. It would have been a cool extra thing. Another thing that would have been good is if it had the LED light indicators for when it's fully charged. So maybe they'll bring out a pro version, but I don't see them doing that or a purpose for it. It sort of is what it is. It's also good because it sort of has somewhere that you could put your DualSense controllers and match it perfectly with the PlayStation 5. So you keep it held and it charges on the go. It's good if you have like multiple DualSense controllers as well. So if you've only got one, maybe it's not the best thing. Just keep it with the sort of PlayStation 5 and use a USB cable. So there's not really that much use in terms of actually buying it. If you've only got one, and you may just USB connect it to your PlayStation 5. Like, it's not a necessity for your PlayStation 5 to have this DualSense sort of charging station. But what it is good for, like I've said, it's a good place to put your PlayStation 5 controllers, keep it organized, but also good to keep it charged while you're away. You come back and it's fully charged in about 3 hours. With a lot of these third-party controllers, you actually have to charge it upside down. It's got a USB Type-C connection at the top here, so that's where you charge it. It's not as good, so it'll be charging upside down, while this DualSense charging station actually has a controller the right way up, and also like that, it charges the DualSense Edge. I don't see why it shouldn't, but it's good that it actually has this feature, and it matches well with the original PlayStation 5 as well. I do think it's worth it if you've got more than one controller. If you've only got the one controller, you sort of just USB it straight into the PlayStation 5. I don't see the major reason why to have it, but it's just something nice to have, and I've kept it around for this year, and I'm probably going to keep it again for the future. Looking back at it, it's a pretty cool design. Would be great if they sort of have a pro version where it has like LED light indication, faster charge, could have some different colorways. Those would be really cool designs for sort of future sort of products for Sony. But apart from that, I feel like it is a worthwhile product if you need one. Is it worth the price though? It's like $50 in Australia to buy one. I don't know, it's pretty expensive for just a charger.